Myself Dr. S. Mohammed Nazeer. This class I am going to teach you microeconomics. In microeconomics, distribution. What is distribution? Distribution means division. Division of what and to whom? Division of goods and services among four factors of production. Division of goods and services among four factors of production. But it is not possible to distribute goods and services. I repeat, but it is not possible to distribute goods and services. Therefore, distribution means division of national income among four factors of production in such a way: rent to land, wage to labor, profit to entrepreneur, and interest to capital. This is meaning of distribution. Now, kinds or types of distribution. There are two types. Number one, the functional distribution. The functional distribution is the distribution of rewards among the owners of factors of productions, namely land, labor, capital, organization. Personal distribution. Personal distribution is the distribution of national income among the individuals. I repeat, personal distribution is the distribution of national income among the individuals. National income and its meaning and its concepts I explained in my previous video. Please go through that. Now I am going to explain the marginal productivity theory of distribution. Marginal productivity theory of distribution. This theory explains how the prices of various factors of productions are determined. In other words, this theory explains how rent, wage, interest, and profit are determined. That is why this theory is also known as general theory of distribution or national dividend theory of distribution. According to marginal productivity theory of distribution, the price or the reward or the remuneration or the income of any factor of production is equals to the marginal productivity of that factor. In other words, each factor is rewarded according to its marginal productivity. What is marginal product? The marginal product is also known as marginal physical product, MPP. Marginal product is also known as marginal physical product, MPP. The marginal product of the factor of production means the increment in the total product which is obtained by the employment of an additional unit of that factor. The marginal product may be measured by three different quantities. This product may be, the marginal product may be measured by three different quantities. They are marginal physical product, MPP. Number two, value of marginal product, VMP. Number three, marginal revenue product, MRP. Let's see one by one. Marginal physical product, MPP. The marginal physical product of a factor is the increment in the total product which is obtained by employment of an additional unit of that factor. Okay, if I am increasing the one unit of one factor, for that total product is increasing some amount that is equals to this one. This is called a marginal physical product. Value of marginal product, VMP. The value of marginal product is obtained by multiplying the marginal physical product of factor by the price of factor. Therefore, VMP, value of marginal product, is equals to MPP into price. Now, marginal revenue product. The marginal revenue product of a factor is the increment in the total revenue which is obtained by the employment of an additional unit of that factor. I repeat, the marginal revenue product of a factor is the increment in the total revenue which is obtained by the employment of an additional unit of that factor. The difference between above three concepts can be explained with the help of illustration. Suppose a firm under perfect competition employs 10 laborers. It produces 50 units of commodity and sells them at rupees 8 each. The total revenue is 50 into 8. So the 50 units 8 rupees. 50 into 8 is 400 rupees. If the firm increase one more labor, that is 11, the total output increases from 50 to 53 and the total revenue becomes 53 into 8, 425. 53 into 8, 425 to 424. In this case, the marginal physical product 53 minus 50. So they already produced with the help of 10 labors, 50 units they produced. If the one labor is increasing, for that 53. So 53 minus 50 is 3 units. This is marginal physical product. Number 2, value of marginal product. The marginal product is 3, no? 3 into 8, 24. Now the marginal revenue product. Marginal revenue product is 424. So 53 into 8 is 424. Before we produced a value of 400 rupees. 50 into 8, 400. So 424 minus 400, 24. Therefore, under perfect competition, VMP, value of marginal product, is equals to marginal revenue product. 24 is equals to 24. Let us assume that the firm is under imperfect competition. We have already seen that under perfect competition. Under imperfect competition, the firm can sell more only at less price. Therefore, the firm under consideration cannot sell 53 units unless the price is reduced. So perfect competition, there is no need to reduce the price in order to sell more commodity. Under imperfect competition, the firms want to reduce the price. So here the marginal physical product 53 minus 500, 53 minus 50 is equals to 3 units. Value of the marginal product. So 3 product into 775. So in the perfect competition, we sold for 8 rupees. Here we cannot sell at rupees 8. We have to reduce the price. So 7 rupees 75 paise. So 3 into 775 is equals to 23.25. Marginal revenue product. Marginal revenue 53 into 775. The value is 410.75 minus 50 into 8. So 50 commodity they sold rupees 8. 53 commodity they sold rupees 775. So 410.75 paise. So 410.75 paise minus 400, 10 rupees 75 paise. Therefore, under imperfect competition, value of marginal product is greater than marginal marginal revenue product, that is 1075. So 23.25 paise is greater than 10.75. I repeat, the value of marginal product is greater than marginal revenue product under imperfect competition. Value of marginal product is greater than marginal revenue product. Now, statement of the theory. An employer employs a factor of production because of its productivity is needed for production. So, the price he wants to pay for the factor depends upon its productivity. The greater the productivity of the factor, the higher will be its price. If the price of the factor of production is less than its marginal revenue product, the employer will use more of this product because thereby his profit will be increased. I repeat, if the price of a factor of production is less than its marginal revenue product, the employer will use more of this factor because thereby his profit will be increased. When more of a factor is employed, its marginal revenue product diminishes. But the employer will gain by using the additional units of the factor until the marginal revenue of the product of the factor is equals to its price. I repeat, but the employer will gain by using the additional units of factor until the marginal revenue product of the marginal revenue product of the factor is equals to price. The employer profit will be maximum at this point. Beyond the point, the marginal revenue product is less than the price of the factor. Hence, employer will suffer loss when he uses more of the factor. Therefore, the conclusion is that the employer will adjust the price of the factors of production as to equalize the marginal revenue of the product of that factor. The marginal productivity theory of distribution states that number 1, the price of factor of production depends upon its productivity. What are the things of factors of production? Land, labor, capital, organization. If I am using the land, from that land I am getting more commodity, then the price of the land will increase, rent will increase. If I am using the labor, with the help of this labor, the productivity of labor is very high, then the labor wage will high. So the land rent and the labor wages depends upon the productivity of that factor. Okay, the price of the factor of production depends upon its productivity. Number 2, the price of factor is determined by and will be equals to marginal revenue product of that factor. I repeat, the price of factor, okay, rent, wage, that is the price of factor, is determined by and will be equal by marginal revenue of the product of that price. So with the help of the land, I am producing this much amount of commodity. So that commodity value is equals to price of this rent. That is rent, the value of the commodity value is the rent for this land. If I am using the labor, additional labor, he is producing something. Okay. For example, I am using 10 laborers, 50 units we produced. I am using the 11th labor, I am producing 53 units. So the 11th labor wage depends upon his productivity. So the 3 additional is 3. With the help of 10 labor, 50 units we are producing. With the help of 11 labors, we are producing 53. That 3 units value is equals to his wage. Okay. Under certain condition, the price of factor, that is rent, wage, interest, profit. Okay. The factor price, under certain condition, the factor price will equals to both average and marginal product of that factor. Both average and marginal product of that factor. The marginal productivity theory of distribution can be explained with the help of diagram. Explains the marginal productivity under perfect competition. X-axis represents factor units and Y-axis represents the factor price and revenue product. MRP is the marginal revenue product. It is increasing and after that it is decreasing. Marginal revenue product curve. And ARP is the average revenue productivity curve. AC is the average cost curve and MC is the marginal cost curve. AC is the average cost curve, MC is the marginal cost curve. When there is a perfect competition in the factor market, the firm is in equilibrium, earning the maximum profit only when MC is equals to MRP. MC is equals to MRP. Normally, the profit maximization condition is MC is equals to MR. Here, factor market, MC is equals to MRP is the earning maximum profit condition. Hence, in the diagram, the firm is in equilibrium at point Q by employing ON units of factors and paying OP price, that is NQ, where MC is equals to MRP. At the point Q, the marginal revenue product and average revenue product of the factor are also equal. The price paid to the factor NQ is also equals to marginal revenue product and average revenue product. This means there is no exploitation of factors under perfect competition. Okay. Beyond the point Q, no employer will employ factors because after that point, the price paid to the factor is more than the marginal revenue. See here, after that, so here the marginal revenue is high, average revenue is low. This point, average revenue, marginal cost, MRP, ARP both are same this point. After this point, marginal revenue product, average revenue product is below the average cost. So Beyond the point Q, no employer will employ factors because after that point, the price paid to the factor is more than the marginal revenue product and the average revenue product, which will incur loss. This diagram explains marginal productivity and imperfect competition. AC is the average cost curve. AC is the average cost curve. It represents the price paid to the factors. It increases as the number of factors demanded by the employer increases. MC is the marginal cost curve. MC is the marginal cost curve. It represents the marginal cost paid to the factors. At point Q, MC is equals to MRP. At point Q, MC is equals to MRP, where the employer attains his maximum profit and so he stops employment of the factors at that point. But the average cost paid is NR. Average cost is paid is NR. Average cost is paid is NR. That is OS. And the average revenue obtained is NQ. So paid is NR. Okay. Average cost paid is NR, but average revenue is getting by NQ. That is OP. Therefore, exploitation per unit of factor is RQ, this gap. But the total number of factors ON, okay, SR. SR. Thus, the total exploitation of factor by employer RQ into SR, that is PQRS, PQRS, the shaded area. Thus, under imperfect competition, factor is exploited at the equilibrium position. So, look here, the profit maximization condition is MRP at MC. Okay, in order to get this much of work, the firm is giving this amount only as a what we can say, the rent, wage, or anything. Okay, so the firm is giving this much amount to the factors, but they are getting this much amount of work. So this difference NQ minus NR, this difference is exploitation. Okay, under imperfect competition, factor is exploited at the equilibrium position, but the firm is enjoying.